Hey, tonight I want to tell you a quiet story. Not a loud success story, not a viral moment, not a look what I built story. This is a healing story. It's about the day a woman finally realized she wasn't afraid to charge more. She was afraid to believe she deserved it. And this story is mine. If you've ever felt uncomfortable telling someone your price, if you've ever apologized for your rate, if you've ever lowered your value before anyone even asked, this episode is for you. Let's slow down for a moment. I've been braiding hair since I was 15. Before it was a business, it was just something I could do with my friends and with my hands. Something that made people smile. Something that made girls feel beautiful again. And when I officially turned my braiding into a business, I didn't start with confidence. I started with gratitude. Grateful that someone would book me. Grateful that someone would trust me. Grateful that someone would choose me. And without realizing it, gratitude slowly turned into guilt. I would look at my price list and quietly think, is this too much? I would calculate my time, my supplies, my standing, my hands hurting, and still wonder, am I asking for too much? And it wasn't because I didn't work hard. It was because my identity was still shaped by survival. When you grow up learning how to make do, you learn how to shrink yourself. You learn how to not take up too much space. You learn how to be thankful for whatever comes, even when you deserve more. Romans chapter 11, verse 29 says, "For the gifts and the calling of God are irrevocable." God did not give you your gift temporarily. He gave it intentionally. Let me ask you something gently. Why does it feel easier to give your gift away than to receive something in return for it? Why do you feel more comfortable being appreciated than being compensated? A lot of women confuse humility with invisibility, but God never asked you to disappear. I remember the first time I raised my prices. I didn't announce it boldly. I didn't feel powerful. I felt nervous. I stared at my booking page and thought, what if nobody books? What if people say I changed? What if they think I forgot where I came from? But God whispered something to me that day. If you don't value what I placed in you, you'll teach others not to either. That hit me because I realized I wasn't just setting prices, I was setting boundaries around my worth. I was deciding how tired I would be at the end of the day. I was deciding how much stress I would carry home. I was deciding how I would care for my body, my hands, my time, my energy, my mind. And suddenly, pricing stopped being about money. It became about stewardship. 1 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 14 says, "The worker deserves his wages." God is not uncomfortable with you being compensated. Here's the truth. God had gently teach me. Undercharging is rarely about kindness. It is often about fear. Fear of rejection, fear of being misunderstood, fear of losing people, fear of being talked about, fear of not being chosen. But your gift is not validated by demand. It is validated by obedience. Let me say that again. Your gift is not validated by how many people choose you. It is validated by the God who gave it to you. And when you underprice your work, you slowly train yourself to resent it. You become tired. You become bitter. You become overworked. Not because your gift is heavy, but because your boundaries are missing. And for women especially, we were raised to be agreeable. We were raised to be helpful. We were raised to make people not feel uncomfortable. But your growth will make people uncomfortable. Your boundaries will confuse people who benefited from your silence. Your new standards will disappoint people who were used to your sacrifice. And that does not make you selfish. It makes you healed. Proverbs chapter 22, verse 29 says, "Do you see someone skilled in their work? They will serve before kings." Skill deserves honor. I'm 44 years old now, and I am finally learning how to say my prices without apologizing. Not because I became arrogant, but because I became grounded. I still care about my clients. I still love what I do. I still serve with excellence, but I no longer serve with self-neglect. And that shift changed everything. I honor the gift God placed inside of me. I release guilt around my growth. I allow my boundaries to protect my peace. I do not apologize for my standards. I do not shrink to make others uncomfortable. I receive compensation without shame. I serve with excellence and confidence. I steward my time and energy wisely. My gift makes room for me. God affirms my value. I am allowed to grow. I am allowed to prosper. If this episode spoke to your heart, put amen in the comments. Not because you raised your prices yet, but because you're ready to respect yourself. Stay fancy, stay focused, and keep your eyes on God. In a minute,